Nation Lowlands is so horny on getting the World Cup 2018 to the Netherlands. Listen to what they're doing. This, by the way, of course, is the country that, what are we now? We're 6 weeks into it, still no government, because the Queen hasn't been able to figure out who's going to run the Ministry of Justice to keep the pedophiles in there.
They have they don't need a government, apparently.
Well, no one gives a crap. It's not on the front page of the paper anymore. So of course, they have a decommissioned cabinet. The cabinet fell, oh my gosh, this is now 4 months ago, I think, over extending the stay in Afghanistan. Of course, no change in the stay in Afghanistan for the Dutch troops while this is taking place. They're still just hanging out there, getting killed. Don't hear about that. A couple kids killed, couple British kids killed, 5 in 24 hours recently. So FIFA, the federation, the International Football Federation Association of Assholes, will have complete tax-free reign if they come to the Netherlands in 2018.
What a scam.
So no VAT, which is currently at 18%.
Wow.
Hotel rooms normally cost €250. FIFA will only have to pay €200. But even when filling up their cars with petrol or doing some grocery shopping, they would be completely free of paying the 18% VAT on everything.
So they'd have a little card or something to get their VAT
I guess,
back?
Yeah. I don't know if they get it. I don't know how it would work.
I think we should try to get one of these cards. You know they're going to go on the black market, right?
Another one of them. Let's get one of those cards. Yeah, we'll have a whole bunch. I'm just blown away.
That'll be the time to go visit Holland.
Yeah, for sure. Just blown away, though. Blown away by it all. And
the VAT is coming to the United States of America, so get used to it.
Yeah. Do we have any? You got a couple clips left, John. Do you have anything positive to report? So we can
these
go
are
on a high note.
Clips. We don't need to run them today. We can run them next time.
We could do a little bit of. We could just do that just because it's funny.
All aboard, train's good, plane's bad.
Playing the theme.
Sorry?
No, you love that theme.
I do.
You'll be singing it all day now.
Yeah, I will. And when you sing that, when you hear that jingle, you will donate.
We need to get some
binaural iDose or stuff.
No, it's Jeff Smith to have it in the background, some sort of subliminal message.
Yeah, you will
donate to the show, Dvorak.org/NA.
So after two people were asked to fill the shoes of the head of Transportation Security Administration, the TSA, two of them said, I don't think so. This jabroni John Pistoli took the job. Scary looking dude. He is the new TSA chief. And he says, protecting riders on mass transit systems from terrorist attacks will be as a higher priority as ensuring safe air travel.
Oh, we'll be taking our shoes off.
No, the president promised.
Obama.
No, the president promised he wouldn't have to do that. Remember, he said
that's what he said.
Yeah, he said it. He said it, and we're going to throw it back in his face when we're going through full body scanners to get on the train. In his first interview since taking over the TSA, former FBI Deputy Director John Pistoli told USA Today that some terrorists consider subway and rail cars an easier target because he has conference call. Hey, call. Abdullah. What do you think is an easy target? Rail cars. Yes, subway, much easier. Given the list of threats on subways and rails over the last 6 years, oh, by the way, ever hear of 7/7 when they blew up buses and subways in England? Wasn't that enough warning if you're really serious about it, you dick? We know that some terrorist groups see rail and subways as being more vulnerable because there's not the type of screening you find in aviation. From my perspective, that is an equally important threat area. So, yes, get ready to take off your shoes before boarding your train.
Getting on the subway in New York City.
And
Can
the
you
train.
imagine?
And the train.
So this is not going to fly. So
Hill and Knowlton, that's Knowlton. A lot of people don't catch the name. Hill, as you'd expect it to be spelled, and Knowlton, who are the most sophisticated, largest PR agency in the world, bar none, I think. who have all these consultants.
They're definitely the top three.
Former politicians, policymakers, and this is how the world works, and this is how news works, and this is how policy.
A lot of modern public relations was invented by this company.
Right. France, or should I say France, stops constructions of new motorways.
No.
Favoring the roads is no longer up to date, French policymakers say. Oh, yes, because we need high-speed train. That's what's going. The Germans, by the way, are not on this tip. The Germans are not buying it, and and also the German trains. There's all kinds of things. The
German trains are crappy anyway. I mean, Siemens, by the way, makes those trains in Germany, and the French have it done by this other company, and the French ones work, and the Siemens ones are always having issues.
Yeah, and the Germans are just not having any of it.
Yeah, because they've already seen the results of the idea.
I think Hill and Knowlton just doesn't have a good office there.
That probably, yeah, exactly. In fact, this is a good argument. In fact, the Hill and Knowlton people, because they're going to end up listening to this anyway, should send us some money.
Yeah, thank you, because we have a jingle for you.
Because we just gave them a tip that's worth a lot of money, which is to do better work in Germany. Get into Berlin.
Yeah, there's lots of tax incentives in Berlin, too. There's now CABT.org. The Coalition Against Bigger Trucks.
Yeah, I know.
This is another reason to, because of course all these trains are not really about transporting your human resource ass. It's about transporting goods to you. All right, freight trains. And so there's I wonder who is this? Let me.
I'm way for these guys because we're not talking about bigger trucks as in bigger. We're talking about triples. These guys drive around the freeway. It's illegal in California, by the way. I don't think you can carry a double in California and get away with it. You have your regular giant rig with a big truck, and then you have attached to your truck a trailer hooked on by a bar with another truck, essentially, behind it. And so you go down the road and you're carrying these two loads, and if you got into a tangle or something, it would be a huge mess, and it's been a huge mess. And then there's a thing called a triple, where it's a truck carrying a truck carrying a truck. There's three of these things. It's like a train on the road.
Coalition Against Bigger Trucks, LLC, registered in Alexandria, Virginia.
Oh.
Gee,
well, so much.
Why does that not surprise me? It's kind of funny, though. They had this whole animation where they show a Boeing 747, and then they show a truck, and so they're basically equating these long trucks to airplanes. And, of course, we know planes are bad. Planes are really bad for you.
Yeah, you might as well make that equation right there.
As documented by the Los Angeles Chronicle, who have another beautiful piece titled The Fear of Flying. And it tells you why you're afraid to fly. Thanks for reminding me.
Yeah, and it was that piece was
totally useless.
Somebody sent that around saying it's just like a hit piece. It was not even qualifies. It's just a piece of crap, is what it is, a throwaway.
And then Transportation for America reports American conservative magazine rails against the machine, promoting alternatives to the automobile. Groovy.
I don't understand the point. This does bother me a little bit because there's got to be either that or it's just somebody came up with the idea and there's a form of marketing to try to sell us on high-speed rail for passenger service. Why don't they just be honest about it and say, look, it's cheaper and more efficient to have move freight on rail. They've tried this commercials a couple of times. I guess nobody pays attention to them. They discuss how many pounds you can move per mile at what cost. And rail service for freight is extremely inexpensive, especially when you have a lot of stuff and you make these big trains. And if they were just honest, there's this idea of trying to sell the public on, and in fact to the point where the French will stop building roads, is ridiculous because we're not going to, especially in the United States, we're a car-oriented society ever since the interstate highway system was put together. We drive cars. Where you live, you can't even survive without a car.
This is the problem. On Thursday's show, I said I need a car. I need money to buy a car. That's what I need your support for.
And apparently nobody thought you
and
needed
everyone
a car.
went, screw Curry.
Screw Curry. We're not giving him
a
any
car.
He's just going to go buy a car with